I've been thinking, a vasectomy sure could save Herschel Walker a lot of money. Vasectomies and a quick year-end message next. When you've got a planet to save, who you gonna call?
Calling. Call a GrowthBuster. Whoa.
This is the GrowthBusters podcast about coming to terms with limits to growth. I'm Dave Gardner, co-host. Stephanie is on a little Christmas break. Just have a couple of important things for you here at the end of the year. One quick news item, some highlights of what to expect from GrowthBusters in 2023, and a final year-end message. Okay, first of all, I want to give a quick shout out to, you'll never guess it, men. Yes. And thanks to U.S. National Public Radio's Morning Edition program on December 22nd for reporting on this, the heartening increase in the number of men getting vasectomies.
As abortion becomes more restricted in many states, some men are rethinking their reproductive health decisions.
Amen. Reporter Sarah McCammon reports a very welcome trend.
Here's Dr. Sarah Vidge, an assistant professor of urology at the Cleveland Clinic.
Our procedure volumes that we're doing for vasectomies are at sky-high record rates. We've never done this many.
She also spoke to Dr. Esker Gorin, who was operating a mobile vasectomy clinic parked at Planned Parenthood in St. Louis.
What has happened is that since Roe v. Wade was overturned, many men have realized that they perhaps have been absent in contraception, particularly in permanent contraceptive decisions.
As soon as the decision was released, Gorin says his vasectomy practice saw a surge in website traffic, and the number of patients coming in for procedures nearly doubled from June to July. And his practice isn't alone. A spokesperson for the American Urological Association says that while national data isn't available yet, around the country, healthcare providers have reported increasing demand for vasectomies.
The procedure takes 10 minutes. It's a lot less invasive and less expensive than tubal ligation, the option for women. Here's a patient Sarah spoke to.
Taking a step as a man, it shouldn't just be on women, and if she got pregnant, an abortion would be something that we consider, considering we don't want kids. This is a step to prevent that.
So, here's to the men. It's about time. Check the show notes for a link to this good news story. Now, real quickly, I just want to promise you what 2023 will bring from the GrowthBusters team. We're going to be continuing the GrowthBusters online community that we launched in 2022. If you haven't checked it out yet, visit groups.io and search for GrowthBusters, or find a link in this episode's show notes. We're building a support community to share information and best practices, and a resource library to help us all be better and more efficient communicators about limits to growth. And as a part of this online community, we do have Zoom meetings from time to time, and we've got one coming up in January. You can learn all about it at the GrowthBusters online community at groups.io. Number 2, the GrowthBusters podcast will continue. Stephanie and I are recording a new episode this week. And the GrowthBusters Campus Tour will continue. We developed in 2022 a faculty of pretty brilliant speakers willing to zoom into college and high school classrooms, church groups, service club meetings, you name it. We make it easy to find and book these thought leaders and bring them into community, business, and educational settings to alert, educate, and inspire. If you know professors or other faculty, conference organizers, or anyone else who needs to be scheduling our faculty for presentations, please hook us up. You can learn more at growthbusters.org/campus-tour. And then lastly, I've got a year-end message for you. 2022 saw more and more good information and advocacy from a growing alliance of organizations and individuals committed to sustainable population advocacy. But there is still a mystifying and alarming lack of understanding about the simple physics of trying to cram too many passengers onto spaceship Earth. No amount of faith, hope, voodoo economics, or miracle technology can make possible unlimited growth in a finite environment. Whether it's just poorly informed reporting by well-meaning journalists at the Associated Press or Reuters, or less excusable propaganda from the Wall Street Journal, other Rupert Murdoch news mouthpieces, Elon Musk, the American Enterprise Institute, the Institute for Family Studies, or even the United Nations Population Fund, there is a tsunami of misinformation that must be rebutted. So, at GrowthBusters, we must keep waging our battle for the hearts and minds of our fellow passengers. If you feel this is critical work to be done, please follow and share the GrowthBusters podcast. And please remember GrowthBusters in your year-end charitable giving. It costs money for us to keep these programs going. We can use your help. Sign up for a one-time or recurring donation at growthbusters.org/donate. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your support. And Stephanie and I both wish you a happy 2023.
Some may dream to pave mountains and streams, but not me. I'm a growth buster. Some may just want more, but don't know what it's for, but not me. I'm a growth buster. Don't want a solution at the cost of pollution. They think bigger is better at the cost of the weather. But no, not us. We are the growth busters. Calling, 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 calling.